A new day dawns and I have a mission. Yesterday I launched this fuel platform and I think it went very successfully. I did a bit of off and on testing like in my career world, and if we have a look at my money, 53,000, no, 530,000. I've got so much money right now, and I also transferred some of the fuel into my storage, so I have 56,000 litres of fuel. The platform is still good, it just sits there and bobs around. It has some issues which I think are related to the ropes update. When it spawns in, when the world loads, it gets a bit flippy, and I've loaded in when I was holding on to the control stick and it killed me and sent me into the void, so it is a highly dangerous vehicle, but it is doing a good job. So the mission I need to do today is recover that boat, the original, what do I call it, rescue tug, which is here over on the research island. It's parked in there, crashed and burned. So yeah, I guess I'll build something to pull that out. And I think the way to do this is to load the actual vehicle. So I know it's this size. Can I make something that can scoop it up? Because I think it's going to be a waste of time trying to repair everything with welders. There's so much damage on it. It would be easier to just pick it up and bring it back and then return it to the workbench. So one way of doing that, we could build something that goes below it. But then I don't know how the buoyancy would work very well for this. It would have a massive platform. Let's go this way. I could submerge under it and pick it up. There's going to be a lot of weight on the back there, so it would also need to be even longer out the back. Now this is a big ship. It could also be that maybe I want to build something that comes around the side of it. So like something like that. I can reverse up to it, winches at each corner, and then try and pick it up that way. But we also run into issues where there will be very low buoyancy down the back, so these ends would probably have to be much longer. And then the other issue with that is I need to drag it out from where it is because it's very close to the rocks and very close to the dock. So I'll get building and see what I come up with. Let me give you a walkthrough of where I'm at right now. I've built out the hull, kind of how I think it should go. It's just a big chunk of mass. It's all empty at the moment, and I've put in the doors. There's these little walkways down the side, so I plan that you can walk down here and then go inside here, and then maybe there'll be stairs or a ladder or something comes up to the deck, and there'll be a proper bridge up on the deck. Now this back section where it's cut out, it looks like if I just do this, it'll probably sink, you know, like the back's not very buoyant compared to the front. So my plan is that I'm going to put some hinges down here somewhere. Probably, I guess they'd be at the bottom. Probably these robotic hinges, and I'll do quite a lot of them, I think. We need to go overkill for this. And then there'll be another section of the boat connected here, which can tilt down. So that'll add all the buoyancy that I would have down here back in. But it'll also mean that I can reverse this up to the boat that I need to recover, fill this deck here, which will be pretty much hollow, fill it with water down at the back, and that'll reduce the buoyancy and let it tilt down. And then I need to figure out how I want to do this, but I'll put some rollers or something on that deck. I don't know if there's any way I can simulate a roller, or if I just have to drag the boat onto it and hope it doesn't blow up. And so there'll be some winches up the back here and maggles and things, and we've got rope points, so we should just be able to pull it as well. So I'll lower the back down like a ramp, drag it up, then refill or drain the ballast out of this tilting part of the deck, which should then come up, and then I'll be able to lock it in place, and I can put some ropes and winches on it just to make sure that I can fully pull it all the way up. And then I'll use hard points along here to lock it in place, and then we should be able to just drive off into the sunset, and that'll be it. So maybe I need to get rid of this boat in the middle. It's a good trick for if you want to select a vehicle that you have and you know its dimension already, you can just load that vehicle back in, and it puts the cut area exactly where that vehicle is, because it's acting like you want to paste it. But then you clear the area and then you cut it, and then if you clear it again, it's gone. I've got the floor added in, the moving deck, and we've got hard points all along here, so when it spawns it will be locked in place. I'm going to spawn it and see what its buoyancy is like. Oh, it's a bit laggy. So you can see the front is dipping a little bit, and that's just because there's more weight in the front. So that could be a good thing. If we add a ship to the back, it's probably going to lean backwards. And once we add the bridge and things on the front, well, I think if the back is going to have tanks in it to alter the buoyancy, then the front should probably also have tanks to alter the buoyancy. And then I can do some kind of automated system to try and level itself out by filling and reducing liquid, or we'll just use seawater in the front and back. Might put more of these like safety barriers along here. I still want you to be able to walk out onto the deck, but I want to make it so you can't just, if it's a dangerous zone, you can't just run out and get squished. Let's maybe try a pattern. So if there's 2 and then 2 and 2. So we fill up 2 gaps, and then will that work? Close in 2 gaps? I don't think that will fit. If there's going to be 1 gap here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, this needs to be pulled out a bit anyway. I like to keep everything neat and tidy in terms of spacing, so all the numbers can kind of add up to something in the end. So like this gap between this wall, it's only 4 blocks of space, but every gap between each of these pillars is 5. So if I cut and paste all of that, I'll fill in this a little bit differently. I'll cut that out as well. And then we have 5 again. Now there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could even push it back 1 more and then get another post. Oh, maybe I should do that. I spent a real long time doing some logic and some engines. I actually just want to drive the ship though and go and get my old boat back. So let's go over what I've done. So on top of these things, whatever these are, I put these rails in, all these tracks, and I think it could be neat to have some winches or some small cranes, not really big ones up here. This winch still needs to be connected, but it'll be just one single winch, and it will have a bunch of magles that run off the end. It's all still locked in place at the moment for testing. None of that really works. Then I've got 3 rudders on each side, plus I put in 4 down here I'll just use those for roll stabilization, but I might also put in a active stabilizer where it's something solid in the middle down here. I started building kind of the idea of pods. So they are propellers that can completely rotate around, and that lets you get a lot more maneuverability. I had to extend the bottom of the boat because I put these engines that I've been working on in here, and they're a bit too tall. So these are going in my pilot boat, but I just wanted some kind of powerful engines that I know will definitely run, just so I can test it out and see if it works, like see if this ship works. all the deck inside is empty, and up top I put a helm at the very front, and it looks like I think everything's connected. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to test it. I'll probably get in it and it won't start. One thing I need is a way to turn on the pumps, because I think they're on a key or something on my pilot boat, the cooling pumps. There might be a an output. No, there's no output. I don't know how I'm turning them on with my other boat. Let's just do a button. So to cool these engines, they've each got a series of pumps that pump fresh seawater in and out directly to the manifold. There's no, I think there's only one angled pipe. So here is the pump, there's the pipe out, there's the manifold, goes through a little pipe, hits another pump, and then gets chucked out. So it's like, it's a very quick loop. And that needs connecting there. And I've set the fuel tank to be a custom tank, so this whole section here is fuel, which is going to be heavy, but it potentially is a lot of fuel, so please don't sink. It looks like it's sinking, but maybe it's just the fuel. Does it turn on? These engines can take a while to turn on, so I should have put an RPS dial on here. And also another thing that I wanted to do with those pods, because it's going to be so high out of the water in the back, the propellers being up the front means they should always be in the water. This is like they're not starting at all. They're not getting air, they're not getting fuel, and they're not producing exhaust, which means they're just not even trying to start. So what I'm going to check now is if that motor, the starter motors are going at all. So this has a throttle of 1, but it's not producing an RPS. The clutch is 1, but it's not producing an RPS. Which would mean that there's no electricity connected to the motor. Oh, so look, the motor on the very top is not connected. Haha. I'm not going to go down there because they are starting. See if the rudders turn. Rudders turn the right way, and the pods also turn the right way. They just turn a lot. These engines do take a very long time to start up. Okay, so let's see if I can drive for a little bit. Oh, I didn't put the throttle on 100%, and the output's not going anywhere. Or 2 engines sharing their load, but then the power output is equally split. You won't get one engine possibly ramping up faster than the other and then causing one propeller to move faster than the other one. It's kind of slow, but it is a big ship. Oh, that's aggressive how it turns. Pods have a tendency to want to roll the whole ship, so I'll need to get the stabilizer put on before we really try and do anything with this. But look at that, it's just turning on the spot because the propellers are turning completely sideways. So let's do something about these pivots. Do I want to make them a bit slower, or will they be okay like that? There is a gearbox, 3-to-1. I could make these a bit more powerful, probably. How would I want to do this? Like this? and then use another one and a pipe. I did this mostly for looks, so the one that's facing backwards I'll gear up, and the one that's on the back I will put as reverse, and then the one coming down is just for looks. And so we'll go number 1 for reverse. This one. And we'll get a tilt sensor, because hopefully if we have a tilt sensor somewhere and a roll stabilizer, I think it was this one. Yep. Then it might not matter how aggressive the Azzies decide to turn, the roll stabilizer might be able to help it stay upright. Reverse. And on. I'll just attach it to the pumps button. Now this might not go any faster because the engines might just be not strong enough for a ship this size. So that's engines, and this is engine cooling pumps plus the stabilizers. We don't actually have to go too far anyway. If I can figure out how to fill the back, I've got all the pumps in place. I go to photo mode, I can show you. This wall here is actually a tank filled with pumps. And I just need to hook up the buttons, but then this should be able to pump fluids in and out to raise and lower this very end section as a ballast. That doesn't seem faster at all, does it? And I think because it's turning so quickly... Oh, I didn't connect the tilt sensor. Okay, let's connect the tilt sensor. And let's put some buttons over here to get this going. Okay, so first we would go release the hard points. See, it fills, it tips the whole boat up. So you can try fill this and hopefully we come back down. It might not be enough. I might have to extend the tank into the deck more. I think I'm going to extend the tank for the ballast at the back because it seems like it just wants to float, and I can always empty it, you know, if it gets too big. If it gets too full, I can just empty it. So if it's massive, then it should work, should be fine. And maybe I should put a little edge on here so that when we're pulling up, it's not just going to smash into a wall. It's got some kind of smoother edge on it. I just kind of want to drive this, so we know what the fuel is, right? I need to put a fuel gauge back here. That should be okay. We've got fuel, we've got pumps, we know the engine RPS. We probably won't get lost because we're not going too far away. We can drop this down. We need cable and ropes. Okay, I'm willing to try it. We will give it a go. I might start filling the ballast as well on the way there. So, fill. It seemed like it was taking forever, and we're already kind of front heavy, so if we can bring the back down as well. And the plan will be follow the coast, and then we should be able to see the island from the point, and we can just keep going south. because I've got no compass or anything. It's the Wild West out here. We don't take compasses and GPS coordinates. So we're turning pretty hard. It looks like the stabilizers are working. Because of the Azzy thrusters, stabilizers don't really matter. And for a ship this size, I probably need a bigger propeller anyway. This is probably the biggest ship I've ever really tried to build, and it's also quite stubby. I think if I was going to build it as a permanent ship, it would be twice as long, which would probably also add a lot more buoyancy. Well, I can't see anything anymore. There goes the last glimpse of Sawyer Island, and there's the lighthouse. So that's the only thing it's really telling me where I am. So on the map, I must be past the lighthouse. I'm probably going the wrong way. I'm probably going a bit too much north. We turn a bit to the right. So even if we were going too far south, there are all these other islands that we'd see before we just hit open ocean. It's a bit longer before you see anything if you're going too far north. I'm very close to out of range of the lighthouse, and I'm not really sure which way is which anymore. There's something. Is that it? Where is that? Oh, maybe I got lucky. Maybe I was going the right direction the whole time. I think that's it. Where is it? Where's the boat? Just the mast. Okay, so I have to try and maneuver in here. I'm gonna need to reverse up to it a lot, I think. But the good thing is this ship is very maneuverable. You can swing around the front. We'll start throttling down. Okay, I hope it's in reverse now. I need a reversing camera. Okay, let's not get too close. I'll leave the engines running and the pumps going and everything, just in case there's issues with not generating enough electricity to run all this stuff. So let's release the hard point and start sending this down. Yeah, we definitely need more ballast in there. Fill up the ballast. Let's see if the rope will reach. I need to get hooked onto the very front of it, I think. Will it let me, or is it damaged? Oh, it let me, okay. Okay, so the ballast is still filling. Oh no, I think I'm on it. Maybe I need to go forwards a bit? Yeah, I need to go forwards a bit. I should have put an indicator on to say if I'm in reverse or not. I think I'm still in reverse. That'll do. Stop. At least it's connected on the rope now, so even if we really just take off, it should just drag it along with us. Ballast is still going. We're in a funny angle now. Try and winch it up, I think. Oh no. Okay, I need to drive forwards, I think. I need to be more lined up with it. So we're winching out at the moment, but I need to winch up. The ballast is real far down. This actually like would make sense if instead of tilting, the ballast just was on tracks and just went down and then came back up, because I don't know if you need to go all the way down like that. I'm gonna quickly jump down and have a look. Yeah, damage the rudders. There's no like system on here to stop to like unflood or to repair it or anything. I need to get the welder from here, I think. Did I put it back or did I bring it with me? Got a welder, okay. I need to put a quick stop and make sure we get this welded. It might be out of the water. It's underwater too much. I need to get the underwater welder. I'll turn on the lights on the ship. The spotlights on this ship actually probably help with this job. Okay, I'm gonna go and look for lights. Lights. I'll just flick everything on. And now I'll go grab the welder. That's a defibrillator. There's no welder. Hopefully my ship doesn't sink. Imagine if I sink this big one as well. Okay, well, we need to winch up. Man, it's coming fast. It's coming way too fast. Oh my god, what the hell? That's my ballast. I'm gonna need to build a bigger ship to recover this one. Why is the winch so, like, aggressive? Is it still connected? What's going on? Huge winch. Yeah. Length 0. The rope? Oh no. I remember reading this. They added the functionality that ropes will snap. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let's just drag it back then. Maybe you should put wheels on the bottom of all your boats, so when they sink, you can just pull them across the bottom of the ocean. What's that? Wait, what is that? A volcano? What? A volcano? Where the hell's a volcano? Where am I? Does that land look very, like, big, or does it look like an island? You need to get closer, but I think it could be Sawyer Island. It looks like it goes on. Like it just keeps going on forever to the right, and if it stopped on the left, that would mean that that's like the, what do you call it, a point, or just where it curves over? What's that? A light. That's a boat. It's just a normal boat though, so it won't show up as the hospital ship. Okay, my prediction for where I am is up here along the east coast of Sawyer. I think what's happened is I've come out of the research island west, but then slowly turned north and just gone up the side. And then I've realized going north that actually I should be going more west, and I've turned. Now I'm approaching Sawyer from the direct west. Wait, where's the boat gone? I've lost it. It's come off. Wait, the rope's still connected. Oh, maybe the light's turned off. Batteries would have run out. Oh my god, I went to let the winch down, or to winch up so that it wasn't so far away, and then I fell off. Land is over there somewhere. Pretty sure it's over there somewhere. I think it's just going around in circles because the winch is so tight on going sideways. What's going on? Should I wait and see if it comes back around? It could just be doing a really big circle. Okay, I need to remember which way the land is. If I turn around too much, I'm gonna lose it, but you know what? I need to swim for the land. My god. What? Where is this? Where the hell am I? I think that's it. I think I'm nearly there. I probably won't make it before the sun goes down. I might have to use the last of the flashlight. Well, that was a very eventful adventure, but I guess it didn't pay off in the end. The only thing I'm curious about right now is whether or not new containers will spawn for logistics. All the old containers have disappeared, but will the new ones appear? Or is the game so jank that it doesn't respawn any new ones? Oh, finally, I've made it back. I'm pretty sure the fuel platform's self-destructed. Something about too many hoses being connected to it, probably. I've still got $470,000 and there should be like 50,000 liters of fuel. 40,000, 48,000. That's still really good. I think the fuel platform served its purpose. And yeah, so I guess on the map, if we look, I must have run down the coast from, I'm pretty sure, man, the hospital ship's there. So I'm pretty sure within this kind of grid, just off the coast of this point where it's like the rock color, the two ships are out here going around in a circle. And so I must have run south until I hit down right, very south, I think. Or I came up to somewhere where I was about to jump in the water. And then I followed the water line, pivoted west, saw the lighthouse, and then when I got up to here, then I pivoted north, and then I came back to the fishing village. So now I'm back here with a lot of money and a lot of fuel. I could just do some normal missions if they decide to pop up. So I think this is it for today. I need to get some rest, and then we'll build a new boat. A smaller boat, a more elegant, simple rescue boat, and we'll go and rescue some people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.